Welcome back to the Iron Game Tailgate Show at the 2025 Rogue Invitational in Aberdeen, Scotland. I'm joined by Adrian Conway and Jerry Pritchett and Josh Bridges. Come on in, fella.
That's right.
First things of order. I've got Iron Game. Let's get right here on this guy. Yeah. Get in there. Can we zoom in?
Yep.
I'll do like the YouTuber thing.
Hold on, man. You got to do the nails. That's like a thing. Like you got to do the.
Oh wow, that's real Gen Z stuff we're doing right there.
Listen, man.
Okay, all right, Iron. I'm gonna give it a taste test. I'm not an IPA guy, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I like the Miller Lite and stuff.
With that mustache, you're not an IPA guy? Sorry, boys, I don't have any BrewDog with me.
It's all right. It's good.
It's good.
Cheers, fellas.
Tip back that creatine that you got in there. I know you got some.
All right. We've got champions, Jerry.
We just crowned one right now.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Yeah, so we're actually going to pop in on the awards in a second here, but anything standing out to you? I mean, I came up to you in the hallway because I literally said last night's rap show, I said, Hooper needs to win an event, and then there needs to be some people that cross, and then Trey Mitchell needs to come cross as well, and that exact thing happened. And what event was that?
The power drive. So the first event, he didn't get that. Trey did what he needed to do. They tied for reps, but Trey was faster, so he beat him. So he kept him at bay, but then he lost him on the power drive. He got ahead of him, and then Mitchell came out and crushed the stones. And unofficially, and I don't know if we're supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it because it gives a big nod to Hooper. Potentially on the power drive, he broke his foot.
Really?
And he just powered through on stones to come out and win. I mean, not win stones, but to finish the contest and win the stone.
Wow.
Beat Trey to win, the event.
Wow.
That was impressive on a broken foot. Potentially broken foot.
Honestly,
Jordan flu game type.
Yeah.
Type aura right there.
Well, I don't know if strongman competitions are typically like this, but I mean, it's exciting. That's what we want. We want a fight till the end. And last night, when we're rapping, we're like, this is going to be really exciting, and it ended up being very exciting. I think we kind of called Inez. Everyone in here was just like Inez was.
And Inez came today and did what she's done the last several competitions. She dominated today. She killed the press, the power drive, and the stones. I mean, she completely smashed through everything. Olga was on her heels trying, but just not enough. But a great battle for all these ladies to try to battle for the back of the podium there. And same thing with the guys. I haven't seen the final rundown yet, but I think Lucas Hatton might have jumped on the back of the podium because he won stones right now, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, Josh, did you catch any of this stuff over there? Were you watching this?
I did, man.
Yeah, what do you think?
Oh my gosh.
What do you think of the cannons?
Good. The cannons I want that for my house.
This in the front yard. Yeah.
You should sleep in one of them.
I could easily.
Just to mess with the neighbors, just having the front yard.
I think the top 6 being within all second, right? Or just outside of a second. I mean, that was so impressive on the guy's side. And and that was obviously, she came, like you said, and did what she needed to do. So, but the power push event was really cool to watch. The old snail that we had at the 16 games. Obviously, theirs was a little heavier than ours, but into the pole, that was a really cool event to watch as well.
Yeah, that ended up being a brutal event too. It was a heavy drag, and then we did the snail last year.
Power drive, sorry.
The power drive, yeah, but we did it on the grass. It's a little easier on the grass because if you kind of popped it hard, you could almost get to scoot a little bit. But on the mats this year, on the rubber, it was planted. So every turn was a grind. So they were pretty winded time they got to the arm over arm, and then we had a couple guys that were hurting in the back.
Right now, we've got the award ceremony going on. We're not gonna be able to hear it. Okay. Well, they're doing the women's right now, I believe. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think. I don't know. So first off, I think we talked about the size of Hatton, at least height-wise, and I always just assume, okay, long arms, tall guys, they're going to do the best at stones. But this was more of an event of speed.
Yeah, and Tom Stoltman had a great run going. He would have won stones, and he dropped to 400.
Yeah.
He slipped on it, which is very easy to do on stones without tacking.
And also I noticed I think everyone that slipped or fumbled a stone was not able to lift it. Tom slipped, fumbled it, and he still picked it up and still
got it,
finished.
yeah.
That's how good he is at the stones. And it's just one little mistake.
Yeah, and if you know, it's like Tom's pretty hard on himself. He's walking away and he's kind of smacking himself there, because he knew just that one little hiccup, cost him winning stones right now.
Yeah, and then would he have been up in the running for?
We'd have to look
Because
at the
Hatton
rundown
jumped up in there
to see where that would have secured him in the top 5.
Oh, they're all drinking beers. Look at how small they look in their hand.
They've all learned beers this
Gary's.
weekend.
Did they win anything per event? So if they took
No,
an event, was there
just
any
your overall?
Got
Just
it.
your overall.
Got it.
It was exciting, man. It's just so cool that they're alongside each other.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, I love the fact that they have the men and the women there, the strong men, strong women. Because you don't, obviously the strong men growing up, you saw that, but you didn't see the strong women stuff. It was all just the men, and so it's so impressive to watch.
That's been great with getting the women on this stage and giving this opportunity.
Yep.
And the women have been really impressive the last several years because every year they're raising the bar. Because with
Right.
the men, really, they're not doing any more than we were doing years ago. Well, the women are keep constantly raising the bar. Like we set an event like the yoke and the power stairs, duck walk. And it was like, shit, it was still too light because they breezed through it. And so they're just continuing to push the bar. And like the deadlifts of the women now are insane. Lucy pulled 725 on the axle bar. That's insane without a suit on an axle bar.
On an axle bar, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
Right.
So Olga's second.
Olga should have secured second.
Okay.
And I just don't know how the back of the podium ended up here.
Yeah, that's what I want to.
I think AJ, because she had a great stone run, so I think she pushed to the back of the podium here.
It's always, I always think this comes from watching CrossFit. If you podium, it's just a massive deal.
Huge.
It's not just the winner.
Oh, it's
I
huge.
just I'm really close with Brent Fikowski, and just like the recent podium finishes that he had were so impressive. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's a similar situation with Strongman too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you figure
Like
just
third place, second place, like it's
just
just
to get in the top 10 to be here.
Yeah, right.
Is an accomplishment.
Right.
And
That's the thing.
It is a lot of sacrifice and work and discipline on all stages here. With the strongmen, strong women, the CrossFit guys and girls, like just to get here is huge. And then wherever you can get up that ladder. Yeah, sorry, Josh, go ahead.
No, sorry, Jerry. I apologize.
No, we got our delay.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to. Yeah, whoever said it, I can't remember if it was Rory or Justin that said it, but it's like to come to the CrossFit Games or the Rogue Invitational and be the worst there, how insanely fit you have to be to just go there and, look like you're not fit at all, but you are insanely fit. And the strong men and women, same exact, right? Like to
100%,
get here to the top 10 is crazy.
But we do these things and we talk, because we only have so much time, so us we're talking about the top 2, top 3, top 5, but so the bottom of the ladder kind of gets forgotten, but it's not that far down the ladder. It's only 9th and 10. It's 10 athletes. It's not that many really, and it's still great performances and a ton of work and accomplishment just to be here.
Another thing I noticed with Strongman and CrossFit is that it's a sport of mini sports, right? So we're talking about this guy's good at stones. Like, what if the competition was just stone lifting? This guy would be the best in the world, but he doesn't get a prize for that.
Yeah,
He just
exactly.
he gets a placement overall. And I think the same thing happens in CrossFit, maybe to a lesser extent, but it is really cool to see guys and gals who aren't even in the podium, but they're winning events. I think that's really cool. Like, this is the best muscle upper. You could look at who's the CrossFitter who like smashed that workout, he beat everyone by like 3 minutes. Colton Mertens.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, Colton Mertens?
Yeah.
You're talking about this
Tax
event.
collector?
Colton Mertens
Well,
did it twice. Just a tax collector.
He did it twice. That's right. And he's the best in the world at that sort of thing, but he just won't get put in the and I've noticed a lot of that in Strongman as well.
That's something that I've learned even just being a part of Rogue the last 4 years is by watching Strongman. There's so many crossovers within our sports and communities that it kind of like drops my jaw every time I really consider the nuance within the sport that I like Josh alluded to earlier. Like, as a boy growing up, I'm just like, oh, look at these dudes move this heavy stuff. but the technicalities within the type of movements and lifts that they're doing, even like the way Josh and Chris program the tax collector, like that's a measure of strength, but it's a measure of strength endurance. And certain athletes who would fail terribly at a 1 rep max compared to the field, like ran laps around the other boys when it came to doing 40 reps at each one of those movements. So I see the same thing in Strongman, and I'm just like, man, I love it so much how we're clearly, from a polarizing perspective, very different sports. But there's so many similarities there, and I think it's such a cool blend when people really step back and actually like show love and respect the sports from a distance.
Oh, 100%. And, you know, when you get to the top levels like this, because everybody's strong. Everybody can do the weights, so it's not just a matter of doing them. It's how fast you can do them, how many reps you can do, and everything comes into play. You know, so everything gets broke down in training, like your transitions. Like right now, just stones. How fast you can get back to the next stone. How fast you can pick it and get moving. You know, because they can all pick them and load them. But all those other elements come in.
And to do it when you're called upon.
Yeah, and to do it.
That's what the whole sport of is
and to do
about.
it into the weekend when you're beat up, hurt, potentially a broken foot. You know, all that shit compiles at the end of the night. You know, and you still got to get it done.
Yeah, who can move efficiently the longest,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And that's like the big key of CrossFit. And you know, you look at the workouts over the weekend, and you know, that's normally what happens is the person on top is the person who moves the best the longest.
What I loved about just watching that event, I was with Brent. We were sitting front row, and the diehard Strongman and Strongwoman fans that were they weren't there for the CrossFit. They were there for the, you know.
Yeah, well, I think we get that on both sides.
And yeah, there's
you know,
CrossFit.
sure.
Yeah, there's definitely CrossFit fans who may have left, but there's a ton of CrossFit fans who stayed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like there's the relationship between the two sports easily. I mean,
Well,
there's a reason why they're both at the same time.
Exactly. I think that's been a great thing with Rogue putting the two together, because then it exposes the fans to both that maybe wouldn't just go to a Strongman event, or Strongman fans that wouldn't go to a CrossFit event.
Yep.
But they're here and they see it and they go, well, this is impressive.
Honestly,
on both sides.
It's gonna be tough for me to like watch other strongman shows, and I'm just not gonna be. And it's not because of the CrossFit. It's gonna be because it's not as cool as this.
It's the show, it's the production,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's like
But I mean, hard to find another competition like for Strongman. I'm sure it's be the same with CrossFit that has as much planning and thought and everything behind it to make this just click off.
Yeah.
You know, and for every element,
Yeah.
you know, so it's efficient when we set it up. So it's entertaining. We have great equipment. I mean, all boxes are checked with Rogue on this. And-
kudos to Rogue, man.
Yeah.
Very much, yeah.
It raised
There
the
we
bar.
go. We got the top three right there. Look at them.
Look at those
So
studs.
looks
So
like
Tom Stoltman got on the back of the podium there.
yeah, good for
That
him.
run. Good.
He probably would.
And was that, I wasn't following as much, so tell me, was that like a surprise coming up on the backside of this?
I mean, no, Tom should be up there.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the greatest day yesterday.
Got it.
With the deadlift. So what happened on the deadlift yesterday, a lot of them tied at 950.
Okay.
So they split points. And so they got bundled up going into the next, two events. So they had a hard time getting away from each other. So like when we started today, like I think Tom was in 7th to start today. But not that far out of 3rd because of the point spread was, bundled up.
I'm hearing that Stoltman took 3rd over Hatton by 1 point
Wow. It's close.
at the end there. Yeah.
Close.
I know Hatton. I think he won that event, correct?
I believe he won
Yeah,
the
so
stones.
He just barely. I mean, if he wasn't able to get that lift right there, there's no way he's podium. Incredible,
But,
man. Mitchell, what a serious performance out of him.
Man, and Mitch Hooper, and you guys can clown me for assuming this or not, but it's like Mitch Hooper's one of those guys that I watch move, and I watch him train and play and learn his brain, and I'm like, I mean, if this dude wanted to 5-6 years, shed some weight, train some of the modalities like some of these CrossFitters, man, he could be a really just fit human, not just one of the strongest humans on earth. Like metabolically.
He could. I mean, he's years ago before he started Strongman and putting on size, he had ran marathons and things like that. And he has that, methodical sense to put towards training, and the dedication to put, and just the athleticism to kind of.
Look at this photo right here. That's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Those are the biggest people. That's a great photo.
Has fitness become more of a staple within the strongman side of things, training wise? Like, and I don't mean to take anything away from the strength, because obviously that's the name of the game with the sport. But it seems like from a metabolic perspective, I've seen things transition over the last even 5 years itself. Where I'm like, man, some of these dudes are like leaner,
different. Well,
Not losing muscle, but they're like leaner and they move faster than they ever have.
Well, the way it's evolved, years ago, like you had World's Strongest Man was super light, so you guys were more, fit, but they weren't moving as much weight. And then it got really statically heavy and heavy, moving events and heavy yoke, and not as much, crazy endurance dynamic stuff. Like our dynamic was like a 1,100, 1,200 pound yoke, heavy stuff. And then it kind of went down where it wasn't as heavy, and now there's this little bit of push this last year where it's starting to get a little heavier, but we're still seeing some of these bigger medleys like we saw yesterday with the yoke and the duck walk and the power stairs, or today with the push on the snail and then the sled pull. That was a heavy sled pull.
Right.
To come just by itself and then do it after that pre-exhaust of the snail.
Yeah, they're tired. Yep.
Yeah, and so like those guys were cranked time they came off. They were hurting.
Well, congrats to the winners. What an amazing event, honest to God. I want to move on now. We're going to go to women's CrossFit after day 2. I want to kick it to you, actually, Josh. What did you think about the women's side? And then we'll get to you, Adrian.
Yeah.
It's really hard not to talk about Laura. She came out today needing to do a job, and she did a job. And there is still three events left. But man, she came out today and absolutely crushed, and it was fun to watch. Spiegel did great as well. Alex Gazan, obviously coming off a broken leg, did what she needed to do. Olivia Kerstetter is making her way up there, and she is definitely putting her name up there. Brooke Wells had a great final event, which helped jump her up on the leaderboard, which is awesome. And I think tomorrow we're really going to see some change, right? We've seen a lot of implements so far that maybe suited some people, and now we still have 300 points on the board coming. And I think that we're going to see some shakeup that we don't even know. We don't even have 2 of the events announced yet.
Oh, that's crazy, man! You going to tell them? You going to tell us the workouts?
No, I'm not here to say anything.
You can tell me. I'm on the
I was just like, because I don't know them either,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
got to commentate over.
Let me text you real quick.
Just text me, Josh. I won't tell anybody.
So
I don't know either.
I was trying to
I'll
get
just
out of
text Jared real quick. Yeah.
Right now, the leader, we have Horvath, then we have Gazan, and then Spiegel, right? And then 5 points behind her, we have Kerstetter.
Yes, sir.
So it's tight. So what do you think, Adrian?
Hey, man, I think it's a tight race. Coming into today, we knew the way that Laura historically starts the Rogue Invitational is that she's kind of like mid-pack. She might even have a couple hiccups early. This year, the unique thing about the programming is that the order is different than we're used to. We're used to open this thing up with like a single modality type run where it's like they're running for a distance, or maybe they're running and doing a little something else for a distance. But what it does is it creates this effect where some of even the weaker athletes in the field have a chance to shine early that are strong aerobically. We haven't had that test yet.
Right.
And so assuming that might be looming tomorrow, Laura started off like mid-pack, and then she's starting to go through a tear here where the other competitors got to try to do something to slow that down. Otherwise tomorrow, and of course we'll see what's looming here. I tried to pull it out of Josh. Folks, I tried to pull it out of him.
Yeah.
But
right,
depending on what that is, man, I think Laura did an amazing job today. She's doing Laura things. I think Alex Gazan really did a great job today at controlling some of her limiters that started to creep in. She managed some things that I didn't know how she would manage in regards to just like some adversity with the strict handstand push-ups, or a grip limitation that we saw on the horizontal pegboard. So I think that she's in a position that she has a strong control over. If we're all things considered, we're expecting some type of mileage to be accumulated at some point this weekend.
Right.
It's not going to hurt Gazan necessarily. It's not going to hurt Horvath. They work at that. Spiegel, it's going to hurt. Right. Kerstetter, it's going to hurt. And even though these women have been working at those things, we just know looking ahead at that 3rd and 4th position, there could be some liability there.
That's going to be really exciting,
Yeah, there should be some liability and could be with Lowen and Brandon. And I've talked to Matt Torres, who coaches Emma Lawson, and he's like, hey, man, she's a good runner. She's waiting for an opportunity. If there's a big run, she's looking at a top 2, top 3 finish coming in tomorrow.
I was always, I'm impressed by Laura, and then, totally surprised by Kerstetter. Josh, who impressed you and who surprised you?
Today?
Yes, today. Yeah.
On the women's side?
Yeah.
Laura did Laura things, but it was still very impressive. And I hate not talking about the people who do great when they're supposed to do great, because that is still very, very impressive to do. So having Laura come out and, put up that showing was super impressive. On the women's side, where you saw some people maybe not do the things you thought they could do, it's hard to say. I mean, because there's still so many people in that fight. Like you said, Emma Lawson's only 45 points out off of fifth, and I think with tomorrow's events,
she's
Danielle,
fifth right now. Is what you're saying? She's
yeah,
45 points. She's seventh. Seventh. Okay.
She's seventh, and then Danielle Brandon is sixth at 355, and then Ariel Lowen's 405 at fifth. But even though there is what it seems to be a big gap, like I said, there's 300 points, tomorrow's workouts. I know tomorrow's workouts, and so knowing them, it's like I don't think that any of these people in fourth and fifth are really sitting, even third, aren't really sitting in a super safe position, because anything could happen tomorrow with 300 points on the line. And so I think that even though Danielle and Emma might not have gotten what they wanted to get today or get to today, I think there's some room for adjusting tomorrow.
Well, let's talk about the men now, and it's the Patty V show, baby.
Dude,
come on, man.
Fine wine, baby.
Yep.
Let's go.
What do you think?
Keep hanging around.
Listen, man, I literally got a chance to holler at Patty V on his way out before this final event today, and he just yelled across the room, "I still got something for him, eh?" And I was like, "Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do." Now that wasn't my Canadian A. That was something else. but he yelled it as a Canadian. And I was like, man, Pat, you do. And he looks good out there. I think there's been a lot of lessons that he's learned throughout his career. And I think one of them that we're starting to see play out here is that he's gotten a little bit wiser. He's let off the mileage a little bit, let into the intensity when it's appropriate. And I think it's really showing here. We've got a lot of young guys in the field this year. But I'll be honest, their mileage is really steep this year. Yeah. These guys have competed a lot. And I think Patty V, Jeff Adler sitting at the top, looking like, hey, guys, we're fresh here. We're gunning it, and it feels nice.
Yeah, so right now at the top behind Patty V, we got Adler, we've got Hopper, and then Medeiros.
Yep.
And then Sprague after that. So anything can happen. I mean, how far behind are those guys? Are they all nipping at him? I mean,
not far.
Yeah,
it's 20 points between Adler and Vellner. It's 25 points between Hopper and Vellner, and the same with Medeiros, 25, and then Sprague is right there, 15 points behind Medeiros.
Also, how about Hopper, by the way?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, Hopper's in third, man.
Yeah,
Hopper's in third.
We talked about this last night.
Crushed it.
Yeah, he number one, and a number 5 today. Yep. And we talked. Yeah. He needed this yesterday. We were impressed by one of the events that he had last.
The bench, the 230 bench.
Yeah. Well, that
and one.
And that was he did exactly what he needed to do today.
Exactly.
So, and with 300 points on the line tomorrow, I mean. This is going to be exciting, bro.
Listen, Pat, Jason Hopper, and then he said, and I know you love this, Josh. He said, hey, program for the best, scale for the rest, right? That's what they say. Because he took that personally. You guys programmed that percentage bench press weight, and he literally pooped on the rest of the field because he's the heaviest dude. He's out there slinging 230, beats him in the bench press, and goes over to a movement where he's already penalized for being a bigger dude on the lateral traverse with the horizontal pegboard. Come on, rest of the men's field. That's the ultimate flex on you guys, and he just did it.
That was impressive, man. That was probably the most impressive thing of the week.
Really funny Canadian banter that I was a part of that I just got to hear. Pat, right at the finish line, I dap him up, and he's like, man, if only there was one more bar, I would have beaten Adler. And Fikowski goes, if I had 2 wheels, I'd be a bike.
Love it.
Like, you know what I mean? And Adler was like, yeah, if there were more handstand push-ups, I would have beaten you even more, Pat. It's like just the banter between everyone was great.
I love it.
That's what we love. Hopefully they're picking that up on the behind the scenes somewhere, because that's the footage everybody wants to see.
Yeah,
honestly.
Exactly.
100%.
That's the stuff that Josh Bridges used to give us back there. That's
right,
that's
baby.
you at your best right there, bro.
And dance.
That's it, man.
Getting their minds and dance, baby.
Jerry,
I love
our strongman on the set, what did you think of the CrossFit stuff today? Any of the events? Anything really stick out to you?
Was it the Duel?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was like the short sprints.
Yeah.
And then you go in brackets, and then I really like that. Just kind of that quick drag race, and then it kind of places you.
Brackets,
and the brackets. I really like that one. Like
There was
the fans seemed like they were really on their seat for it.
Yeah. And there was an implement at the end. There was a strongman implement,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they did bag load, yeah.
Yeah. What was the weight of that bag on both?
I believe it was 200, 150.
Okay.
200 for the men, 150 for the
So
women.
nothing crazy.
So,
it's just fast, but
nothing
nothing
crazy,
like.
but just fast.
Yeah.
And so how we looked at that one, it was like, we've done the duel now 4 times, and we really wanted to like make it as objective as possible, right? Because when you're talking matters of seconds, hundreds of seconds, tens of seconds, right? It's got to be completely objective, and there can be no subjectivity into this where something could sway something the way it shouldn't go. And so I thought the duel looked awesome today. The up and overs. I mean, and it also really emphasizes the athleticism of some of these athletes. Where
So
you're
good.
You're watching Vellner and Danielle Brandon and Guillermo go over those logs, and you're like, what are you guys doing in this sport? You should be playing some sport where like you can use this athleticism, because it is insane.
Oh, I know. Who's I forget his name, the Russian guy.
Krenikov.
Roman Krenikov.
Roman.
His sprint was insane. I was walking back to equipment for something, and I caught out of the corner of my eye. Like, it was just a flash, and I had to look, and the dude was moving. Like, there would be NFL scouts looking at him.
Yeah, I was
Teach him to catch a football.
Yeah, he had one of the fastest splits when you turn from the rope to sprint to get the sandbag onto the set there, and then sprint to the buzzer. He had like one of the fastest splits of the day from that. And I was thoroughly impressed by him.
That dude could play safety.
I did like
one of the dudes.
One of the things I liked about that was the hand over hand rope. Because what was really interesting to me was Laura got to that noticeably later than Danny every time. And then she won every time. So it was like there was the strength part of it. Maybe it would have been more, but
it was huge.
I thought that was really cool. I noticed that at the last round.
Yeah,
that was cool.
It was impressive.
How many events
how
they
good
have
Laura
left
was
tomorrow?
Is it another three-piece?
Yeah, another three. Another 3. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So another big day.
Another tree hundo.
Another big day.
That's right.
Wow.
Dude, I mean, I can't talk about Vellner enough, man. Old boy just going out there.
P-Dog.
Still just like putting it up with the young fellas. I mean, his body's he's gotta be just like, his body's gotta be like, what are we doing, bro?
Listen,
what are we doing?
You know
But
what
he
happens.
doesn't care.
Yeah, you smell him coming in the back because from all the Ben Gay and all the like topical stuff he's got to put onto his joints. You're like,
There's a lot of that in the warm-up area. There's a lot of that.
But like, look at the the NFL right now. We got 2 quarterbacks in their 40s that are still putting up phenomenal numbers, right?
Aaron Rodgers,
Patty, don't tell you, man.
No,
don't let
absolutely
other
not.
Perceived notions.
Keep going, Pat.
I had some of my best
perceived
lifts
notions.
past 35, almost 40. I was almost 40 when I just missed the podium.
I can't even fathom like having a best lift right
PR'd,
now.
Really?
So,
I've PR'd a squat
just running
and a
too
deadlift
much,
in the
bro.
past year.
Yeah.
You PR'd your deadlift in the past year?
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
500-pound
Dude,
deadlift.
he's always posting trains. He's killing trains.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I feel like we can hit our stride with strength well through the mid 40s, especially
absolutely.
depending on your
I'm out,
athletic
dude.
background.
I'm
bro.
out.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on, we can get it.
It's mindset. You
All
can't
three
tell
of us will
yourself
just
you're old.
start programming for this guy, and we'll blend the program together and get him as jacked and as strong as he's ever been.
Let's go,
We got
Zach.
you.
Come on, man.
It's mindset.
Come
You
on,
don't let
man.
society tell you you're old.
It's a mindset. It's
Fact.
a mindset.
It's
Fact.
100%. 100%.
I love
All right.
that.
It's just a number.
Be a menace to middle age, bro. That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
I'm
Well, I
trying to be
can
a
do it in
menace.
other ways, guys. I can do it on the golf course. No, I'm kidding.
I do that too. Yeah, I love golfing. Let's go.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. This is the final episode for Jerry, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
This has been fun. This has been a cool setup.
I know.
Hopefully everybody's enjoyed it. This has been cool.
You've been a very educational force for all of us here learning about Strongman. And
Cool.
I'm a definite fan after this weekend.
Oh, great. And just to the CrossFitters, Josh texted me, so I'm taking bids later for the events tomorrow. So I'm going to make some money tonight.
Hey, let's go. I like it.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
You got the inside info there. Oh,
Hey,
thank you
you
guys
know,
so much for
PJ.
watching. Day 2, Josh, thank you for coming in virtually. We love you. We miss you. That's it for the Iron Game for day 2. We will see you in day 3. It's going to be crazy.
Can't wait.
Cheers.